this morning we're going to do a review of a movie. It's been out a little while. Black Adam with The Rock. Y'all seen that? Okay, well, I've watched it twice. I don't know if you're into Marvel or DC type movies and stuff like that, but that's what I like too. So anyway, it starts off with you see this king, he's a madman king or whatever, and he has people digging for this special amulet that he needs to give him the special powers, okay, so he can be the greatest king ever. So the movie switches to, you see the slaves and they're digging, and they're looking for the amulet, and one slave finds the amulet and he holds it up for everybody as he's trying to walk down. And then as he descends down, they all rushing around him trying to get the amulet so that they could take it and turn it in. Okay, and you'll see why in a little bit. So they're trying to grab him, and a little boy about the age of 11 or 12 comes and says, stop, the king has us fighting amongst each other, we're supposed to work together. And they all pave away and let the man come down. So the man comes down, he goes to the main guard, the little boy goes with him, and he gives it to the guard, and the guard says, the king thanks you, now get back to work, right? So the man goes, well, aren't I going to get the king's reward? And little boy says, yeah, the king offered a reward for all amulets found. The guard takes out a gun and shoots the guy and throws him in the pit. Then he turns around to the little boy and says, do you want your reward too? Like that. And just as that, the boy's father comes up and says, no sir, my son, he's sorry, he's bothered you, and he walks his son away. He said, you can't always be the hero, you can't always help everyone. And the boy's like, yeah, but it's not right. You see all of us, if we all work together, we could overthrow the king. And then the father's like, no, we're not heroes. So the boy runs, and then he, after the father says what he says to the boy walks away with the dad. But the last minute he turns, he runs to the guard's looking at the amulet. He grabs the amulet and he goes and he runs to the top of the hill. He puts the amulet in the air, and he also makes this sign like that up in the air. And everybody's looking at him, clapping and everything. Then the movie pans to the king found out about the boy. So it pans to the guards grabbing him, and they're going to kill him because now he's a leader. Even though he's 12, he's giving them hope. And the king don't need the people to get hope. You get hope. That's how you break out of things. So they're going to behead the little boy. So they got him up top and they go to behead him. Just as they go to behead him, the floor drops and he drops into the floor. The gods, okay, in movie world, the gods, they are saying you're worthy and everything, and they bestow these powers on him, and they say Shazam, right? And he becomes Shazam. So the movie fast forward, so the country's under siege, martial law, whatever, and they have checkpoints to leave the city, to enter the city, wherever they go and stuff like that. So you see a van, and you see two gentlemen in the van, and they're at the checkpoint. And the guy, the guard is giving, going to check, and that I got to open up, I got to see. Just then you see this 12 to 16-year-old boy on a skateboard, and he comes and he's trying to get through the checkpoint, and the guy's like, you got to get in line, whether you're in a vehicle or on a skateboard. They're all on wheels, so get in line. So something happens and distracts the guard, and then the boy runs through the checkpoint, and then the guard's trying to get him, and then the guy in the car's like, yo, can we go? So they let him go. Like that. And then as they're going, you see it's okay to come out, and she comes out from the back of the van. They've been looking for her. She's a wanted woman. And as she's driving, the boy wants like, let me come with y'all. And they're like, no, you did a good job, you go home. That's her son. So they drive in the city, they're in search of this amulet in present day, this amulet that the king wanted way back then. So they're in search of it. Next thing you know, you see them in a mountain, and they're in there. They find what they're looking for. The crown is up, suspended by air, whatever. I don't know who put it up there, but it's suspended. And so you see, just as she gets it, you see outside the cave, a little bit out, one guy drops outside the cave. The guy that's in the van that waited, he sees this, and he sees guys with guns, and he said, oh, they usher him in too, and there's a whole bunch of people in there. There's a whole bunch of fighting going on, whatever, just fighting. There's one guy, the guy that was in the front seat, he he's fighting, he get captured as well. So as they capture the girl, they push her down right in the middle of the ground. They said, "You got any last words?" And she starts reading. And as she reads, the words illuminate. And then, boom, a guy comes out of the sky. He kills all the bad people, okay? He doesn't kill her. He doesn't kill her. The guy that was driving the van. And the other guy who was on the other side, he got away. So anyway, as it turns out, he kills all of them. As they get outside of the cave, you see a huge armies come now, and now he has to fight all of them. He kills all of them except one guy. Right before he kills him, he throws a bomb at him, and you could see that it was illuminating blue, so it had the amulet in it. So you see him, Black Adam, go up in the air, and then you see that guy die, and then you see Black Adam crash back down the ground. So the girl in the car, it turns out it was her and her brother. The third guy who was in it, we don't know where he is right now. So she makes him go help the Black Adam. They help him. So let's fast forward. The Justice League get involved. They see what's going on. They think that Black Adam is bad. So they come and they're trying to fight against Black Adam. Black Adam, the woman, her brother and her son look at Black Adam as a hero. He says he's not a hero, Anyway, he's fighting all the bad guys, and he's fighting Justice League, okay? And then it turns out towards the end of the movie, the Justice League start to, they really just want to lock him up, and they do lock him up. They lock him up underwater in ice, and they put something in his mouth so he can never utter the word Shazam again. As he's dreaming, you see the real thing. What happened was, when the boy dropped down and the gods gave him power, they gave him Shazam power. But then, when the boy, the mother was killed, and the father was upset about it, and the boy said that his father was the real hero, he said the word Shazam, and the powers went to his dad. And then right then an arrow went and killed the little boy because he didn't have power anymore. So anyway, now the father is the Shazam. And this is who is the present day Shazam. That's why he says that's why he always felt like he wasn't a hero. He was unworthy because his son was the one that was really chosen, but his son chose him. So in the end, the third guy who was in the car, spoiler alert, he wasn't with the girl and the other guy. He was trying to get the amulet because he was a descendant of the old king. He gets the amulet, he becomes the powerful king. The legends try to kill him, they can't. They gotta get Shazam out of jail. Shazam gets out of jail. He comes, he whips the new king's butt, and now he's the new hero. So that is Black Adam, The Rock, and you ought to check it out. Bye-bye.